Hey guys, this is Ed with CMC Reptiles. I want to do an update video on the bearded dragon. I changed things up in his enclosure, added some platform, using basically just some floor tiling, and then I actually put grip tape, underwater grip tape, on top of the surface to give it a nice rough texture. This way he has some nice grip. With those claws on just smooth tile, he slips. So this actually adds grip, even helps with shedding, and just works out really great. Works out too as a good basking spot. As you can see right here, it's a perfect basking temperature, about 110 to 115, bounces around a little bit. And under here gives them a little bit cooler area. You can see right there 86, and then even below there, it's even cooler. So you got 3 levels for this guy. All kinds of brick climbing areas for him. Another heating spot over on that side of the enclosure. This enclosure is almost 5 feet long, so it's really big, 3 feet high, lots of room, and 3 feet deep. Over on this side of the enclosure, same thing, has a nice hot basking area for this brick. It's even going to be a little bit hotter, 125, 123. Over here, a lot cooler if he wants to cool down a little bit, just about 90 degrees. More climbing structures for him, and all kinds of different spots. Keep his fresh water there. All I have in here is one of my liners. And you can see right there, this is why I love using these liners. He made that poop just about 12 hours ago. It's already dried up, absorbed. The liner absorbed all the moisture, dried it up, and now all I do is have to scrape that away, and this stuff works out great. And then I just change liners out every couple of weeks. Works out perfect. I don't like using the substrate because these guys tend to get impacted quite a bit, where they might ingest some of the substrate. So basically, I just like using the liners. I think it's perfect, and just add a lot of structure, rocks, different hiding areas for him. He loves this platform area. You could see how long it is. The platform area is about just 3 feet in itself. Gives him all kinds of basking spots, hot and a little bit cooler if he wants to just sit in the center there. And even for when he sleeps at night, he basically comes up here when the lights turn off. So these lights are set 12 on, 12 off. And during the winter time, I'll put ceramic bulb in here because we have bulbs on both sides. This way in the winter time, the inside of his enclosure will stay a little bit warmer, keep it in the high 60s, low 70s at nighttime when the lights are off during the winter time. Summer months, you don't need it because the house temperature is just about 75 to 78 degrees. So that's perfect for him at nighttime. So this guy is just doing really great. Nice thing too, I could just throw his food up top here, and he has tons of room to feed. So I give him a variety of super worms, crickets, horned worms, once in a while even some mice pinkies, some liver, and then of course for the greens I give him some mustard green, yellow squash, and that's about it. But he does prefer the insects over anything else. I take this animal to all my parties, educational programs. Really personable, he's really sweet. And these bearded dragons that just have such a great personality. But if you're thinking about getting one, you definitely want to get a nice large enclosure with all different gradient spots for heat, cooler areas for him to cool down, and then areas too for him just to nest at nighttime, because these lizards definitely do sleep during the night. They hunker down around 5:30, 6 p.m. And that's when these lights shut off. And then they turn back on at the same time around 6:30 a.m. The lights turn back on, and he thermal regulates at body temperature, and he's ready to eat. But just a great animal, great pet. Just wanted to do this video to maybe give some people some ideas if they are getting a bearded dragon. Give you a few ideas on how to set it up for these guys. There's all different types of ways you could do it. I like giving a lot of climbing spots and a lot of hiding spots, trying to almost create almost like a desert type environment for him, where it's nice and toasty on top and a bunch of nice shaded areas where it's much cooler. So if he wants to cool down, especially in the summer months when the temps are 100 degrees outside, the inside of the house could get up to 80, and when these lights are on in this cage, you could definitely hit the hundreds. And these guys also need to cool down. Just because they're desert animals doesn't mean they want to just sit out in the extreme heat all day. They only needed enough to warm up their body temperature from the cool nights. And once that happens, they want to cool down just a little bit, regulate that body temperature, and not get too overheated. So it's good to give them all these different hiding spots, shaded areas, plenty of fresh water, and plenty of food. All right, guys, I will talk to you later.